Gaffer, it's not been long since we last spoke on Tuesday, but how's the reaction been among the group?
Yeah, obviously disappointed, Dan. We know it weren't good enough. We said after the game, the expectations the lads have shown of late, and it just weren't acceptable, and they know that. They've been told that. But the good thing is we move on quickly to another important game against Doncaster Rovers.
You speak about it a lot, don't you, about the kind of fine margins at this level, and I guess the last two results for us are absolutely an example of that, aren't they?
Of course they are, yeah. And again, it's the inconsistency in it, but also, I hear a lot of managers, and even at the top flight, saying it's a crazy season, a crazy leagues, and they are. We know that. But what I want to do as the manager of Plymouth Argyle is make sure that we're consistent and make sure my group of players are consistent, and that's got to be the aim from now till the end of the season. There probably is no consistency in all divisions at the moment. I think Peterborough are flying away at the moment. They're on a good, consistent run, but there's every chance they'll have a little bit of a dip also. So for us, listen, it's hard in the circumstances for everyone, not let alone Argyle, but what we try and do is to keep a level head on all our players. We try and coach them to the best of our ability. We set the game plans up for them. And when they're not brought to fruition, you obviously get disappointed. And that's not just me, it's all my staff and the players. But as I've said, mate, look, the games are coming thick and fast now. You can't dwell on it. They're aware it weren't good enough. We're all aware it weren't good enough. And we have to move on quickly to Doncaster Rovers.
Can you give me a little bit of insight into kind of what it's been like this season compared to another season? I mean, I've said to you yesterday, I think, that obviously all I do is turn up and report on the games, and I'm tired. How are the coaches and players handling this challenging campaign?
Well, it's not ideal, is it? Because of the situation that, arises. We normally travel on a Friday and we'll train somewhere, potentially a Premier League team or a Championship team, but, we feel we've got good relationships to be able to do that, especially when we're traveling 4 or 5 hour journeys. We haven't been able to do that this year. So it is tough, and then getting back late, the lads never got back. We walked back till 3 o'clock Wednesday morning, and still be in later today, and they'll do a little bit different type of recovery today. So it's tough, mate, but we can't use it as an excuse, Dan. I know you say you travel, you don't play, and I'm the same, but it's mentally draining, isn't it? Because you've got to write all the notes, we've got to do the press, we've got to prepare the players. It is tough, but look, we wouldn't want it any other way. Let's put it that way. We're fortunate to be playing. We're fortunate the league's going to continue right the way to the end of the season in this pandemic. So, but it is tough on the lads, hence why we have to give them an extra day's recovery at times, and we have to make sure we look after them, the bodies and the legs, and because it is long journeys that we have to do.
Doncaster on Saturday, obviously they've had an interesting week, but with their manager leaving, but they won a fantastic game on Tuesday, aren't they? So they're in great form still.
Yeah, no, look, again, Doncaster, they're fighting for playoffs, aren't they, and probably promotion. Yeah, they have lost the manager. They haven't lost the 20 players or the 18 players they've been using all season. So that won't change. I know Andy Butler's gone in there and is going to try and follow suit. And the lads will respect him for that. And, the coaching methods and everything else is set up from Darren Moore, and I'm sure where he's got them so far this season before he's left. And, there's no reason to really change. There might be 1 or 2 things changed under Andy Butler, which that's up to him. But what we've got to do is, again, we respect them. We've got to go there toe-to-toe with them. We're a good footballing team. We had a good game against them down here early on in the season at Argyle. And we've got to go and put on a little bit of a show that we didn't put on Tuesday night. So it's a little bit of a, come on, you can be better than what you was Tuesday. Yeah, we are up against a fantastic team in Doncaster Rovers. But it's one we're relishing going there and having the opportunity to take some points.
Is that the message at the moment to the players? I guess given the kind of quick turnaround, and on the whole, we've been in great form. It's just about picking themselves up, dusting themselves off, and applying themselves better on Saturday.
Yeah, they will, because they're a good group, As I say, if you were in the dressing room at the end of the game, you looked in it was silent. There was a few vocals, and 1 or 2 people spoke up. And, ultimately, look, when you've got a group of good players, and I've said I'll be round them today and tomorrow of, where they could have done better, and I've watched all the clips back, all the individual clips of the players, and I know what they could have done better now. They could have done better by passing forward, tackling, communicating, whatever it is. I'll address that with them today and tomorrow, and then we'll hopefully go to Doncaster and put it right. And that's what you have to do. The games are coming thick and fast. They know performance weren't good enough on Tuesday night. it's over to them now to make sure they try and put it right.
In terms of selection, it was great to see Lewis McLeod back on the bench on Tuesday, but you'll obviously be without Sam on Saturday. On the whole, everyone in good shape given the situation?
Yeah, we're all good, we're all good. Lewis been fantastic, had a good week's training with us. It's eased off a lot now where he was having some pain down the side of his leg. To be fair to Dave and John, they've got him in good condition. He's chopping up the bit to get in the team and get back playing. But he's certainly a big push. Yeah, Sam's a blow for us now because of obviously the sending off. Jerome's doing a little bit more work. We'll see where he's up to over the next day or so. But other than that, mate, we're all fit and healthy.
Cool. We wish you best of luck on Saturday.
Cheers, Dan. Thanks, mate.